How's it going? How's it going? Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Welcome to the show. Thanks for tuning in. We got an awesome show planned for you guys tonight. Tonight, we'll be discussing the show will be, topic will be, I don't have any money. How to stop family and friends from running you in a hole. And it's been real cool, man, because I've been doing this promo for the show all week, and it's been very unique at all the feedback and the comments we've been getting in regards to the show, like it's a good or bad thing to help folks, or people being hindrance, what is or what isn't. So I look forward to doing tonight's show and talking about everything. Okay. Before we get it started, I want to say what's up to my awesome producer, DJ Lab.
What's going on, brother?
Hey, man, trying to make it.
That's going to be a touchy subject right there.
Touchy subject. We ain't trying to touch that. We're trying to hit them. You know. Before we can get started, I want to give a big shout out to my assistant, Joni. Joni's a couple weeks out of surgery, out of ICU. She's at home chilling. Talked to her a couple times, told her, you said, what's up, Lab? I've been sharing all the well wishes. She sound fine.
So you sure?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't no hello. She's like, hey, I'm okay. I'm like, all right. Shit, you a couple days out of ICU, you sound,
Sound strong,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. She
That's
said,
good.
Now she said what she sound and what she feel, two whole different things. So I take a word for it and everything. But big shout out to Joni and everything. Talked to her today. She,
Hey, Joni. We miss you.
Yeah, we definitely do and everything. And as always, I rehashed my previous week. Give a big shout out to my son, Chris Burden. He won the gold medal at the Georgia games this past weekend in the shot put. So that was a big accomplishment for Chris. So he got first place in his age group, 14 under age group, and this Sunday we'll be leaving ahead of North Carolina A&T for the Nationals, the Junior Olympics.
Okay.
Where he'll be competing.
He just an Olympian now.
Yeah, this is it. This is Junior Olympics.
Okay.
So we leaving Sunday. He completes 8:00 Monday morning. Okay. To go compete and everything. So this Chris' third straight year making the JO. So I'm super excited for Chris. He's worked very, very hard to get there and everything. So big shout out to Chris B with doing that. Also want to give a shout out to Chris's actual track coach, his shot put coach, Coach Robert Moody. He let everybody know that he is battling cancer, colon cancer, and he so he tried to go the holistic route initially at first, but now he got started his chemo. But so he let everyone know this past weekend before the meet what the situation is, and he's been very pivotal in Chris's success over the past couple of years. So I want to give a big shout out to Coach Moody. Let you know, brother, you ain't alone. We're here with you.
That's right.
On your road to going to get back well and everything. Also, I know all you West Side heads are ready and have been anticipating it. Charles Lincoln Harper High Day is this Saturday, July 27th. At Charles, Harper Archer Middle School, but we all know it's Harper High on the football field. We will be out there. We're going to shut down Fabin Road, Collier Drive, and everything. Lock it down, Bowden Road. All the classes from 1964 all the way to 1995. We will be there. We always average around about 5,000 people up there on that field. And y'all know me, all the class of 95 president. You know my location. Always at the top of the track by the goalpost. That's where the class of 95 tent is always located. So make sure you come out there and holler at your boy. So again, it's our annual Harper Day, Charles Lincoln Harper. And a fun fact about Charles Lincoln Harper, he was the Booker T. Washington is in National Archives. Booker T. Washington High School, is in National Archives. It's the oldest black high school in the United States. And Principal Harper was the principal of that. And when it was created in 1964, John F. Kennedy announced that Charles Lincoln Harper High was like the school of the future. And that's when they pulled, because, this was back when Atlanta was still going through that, the white flight. We had a lot of people that were, they were transitioning a lot of the all white high schools to black schools, like in West Fulton's and Archer and everything that was in predominantly white neighborhoods where blacks were moving in. But Charles Lincoln Harper High School was built. And President Kennedy put it, this was the school of the future, because the school has a planetarium. Now, they're rebuilding it now to make it an elementary school. What it has in it now, I don't know. But that's just a fun fact about the school. But again, everybody make sure you make it out to Collier Drive this weekend, to the annual Harper Day. Going to this show again, I'm sorry, before we get started. This is Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burton. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We also stream live on Facebook, Instagram, Live 365, iHeartRadio, Apple Radio, a lot of other podcasts. If missed anything, let me know, Lab. But make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. And I also want to let everybody know I was anticipating August 1st, but me and Lab just scratched that idea. As of September of this year, we're going to be moving the live streams on Facebook to the Changing Lives Facebook page. So if you haven't, say you're a Facebook friend of mine, please make sure you go to the Changing Lives Facebook page, like it, so you start looking at the live stream there. So we're going to stop that in September. I'm going to keep reiterating it and pushing promos to let you guys know. But starting beginning of September, we're going to start doing the Changing Lives stream, move that over to the Changing Lives Facebook page. But as always, the main channel that we use is the YouTube channel, so make sure you go to the YouTube channel, like, share, and subscribe to it. Got probably almost 100 videos there. A lot of good information, a lot of good shows. So if you ever miss something working late, it's a lot, a lot of information you can go there and get a hold to. With our show, we're talking about I don't have any damn money.
Me either.
And when I was doing the promo, I was just, what came to my mind was, a lot of times we're in those situations where you have family, friends, and you get that phone call, and you just like, sometimes you dread being around certain people, going certain places, and you shouldn't be like that with family and friends. Not that you stand you, not you don't want to help people, just like, damn, every time I see this joke, it's something, I got to give them something. Yeah. It ain't just a genuine visit. It ain't a genuine phone call. It's not a genuine encounter.
It's always in your pockets.
I remember neighborhood junkie Blue. And Blue was my neighborhood junkie growing up and everything. Blue used to always look out for me growing up. But every time he'll see me, and to this day, Blue's still alive. Hey, Poochie, he patted me down. Well, let me get some money, boy. Ain't never, man, how you doing and everything. He pats me down then and said, boy, you looking good, Poochie. Grabbing me and everything.
Try to check and make sure.
But since I was 14, 15 years old, first damn thing you do, patting me down. What you got, boy? What you got? I know you got, son. Go on and pull it out. And his and as I've grown older, his expectation and tolerance has really, expectation that grew and the tolerance then shortened, because I can't mess around and give him $1 and shit like I did when I was 14.
Right.
No, boy, I know you got 20 on your pooch. I know you, boy. I see you in your suits. So, but I don't dread seeing Blue. I love Blue. And here, shout out to Blue on Bankhead. Everybody know who he is.
Everybody know
Blue. But just having them encounters.
Right.
And unfortunately, we don't want to be like that. So tonight's show, we're talking about, I ain't got any money. How to avoid letting family and friends run you in the hole. Mm-hmm. We're gonna really discuss that. With getting the show together, you ever looked at the ESPN show 30 for 30, the athletes going broke?
Yeah.
And you see so many different stories where people are talking about the athletes in general were talking about how their families had done these different things, or they had made all these crazy, elaborate purchases because of the lifestyle they wanted to have, or the expectations people had from them. And they were just talking about how they just went through the gamut of so much stuff for doing things for other people, and it had drove them to being broke, bankruptcy, borderline or being in poverty. Just like I think yesterday, Adrian Peterson, future all-pro running back, I think career earnings of $99 million, talking about he broke. and everything, and and some of the stuff be investments and stuff like that and everything, but a lot of it comes from taking care of other people and stuff like that. Maybe their cause, your cause, somebody calls, but regardless, it happened. And far too often, people find themselves in a situation, and we can even scale back off of it, where we're looking at it from a perspective of a pro athlete. You can just be the successful one in your family, and everybody got those eyes on you and everything, and it's like it's understood, and it's a funny position to be in, because I always look at it twofold. We're gonna talk about it too in the show. A lot of times, just say, some people self-driven with no support, but a lot of times people are in the situation that I am because of the support and love of their family.
Right.
And you get put in these situations where, would you be there if you didn't have that extra push? Would you be there if you didn't get that class paid for by your uncle or your cousin and everything? Would you be there if certain people didn't look out for you, or, make certain phone calls for you and stuff? Mom and dad sacrificing all that would you be there? Right. Getting you the tutors, getting you the trainers, getting you the connections or internships and something like that, the summer camps over the years. Would you be in those situations if those people didn't do that for you?
Right. And then that starts to play on the guilt that you feel when you say no.
Yeah.
I was looking at that 30 for 30, and one guy said he went broke because he had like 50 cars in his name. He had bought cars for everybody in his family, so he had like 50 car notes. You know what I mean? Like, just stuff like that you go broke from. It's amazing, because you do start feeling guilty, and like you said, with all that support that you get, you start feeling bad if you say no, because they did support you, and you don't know if you would be here if it wasn't for their assistance. You
Absolutely.
Get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So yeah, I get that point. Get that point.
It's a real funny spot to be in.
It's very funny, and you don't even have to be like successful, like what you're saying, like like yourself. It could be you could just be doing better than the person that's asking you.
You can be. I'm just kind of put stuff in perspective. My household income, me growing up, and I just found that out when I found that out when I first got in business doing taxes. Just looking at my grandmama and started doing their stuff, and this I probably 27, 28, 29, almost 20 years ago, and I remember my household income growing up was probably about $35,000.
That's wild. I was saying mine was like, my grandma was like 28,000.
Well, it's three damn adults. And to the point you bring, what you're saying is that, you can just get in a situation where you're making 30, 40, 50,000 a year. You're doing you're not balling. You're not, you have not went into an elite social class. You're just doing better than everybody else.
Right.
And because you're doing that, everybody they just got these crazy expectations. I remember, just like going in the Army, and I just remember, especially a lot of us grew up in the 90s in the city. Like, pretty much if I'm first generation going to college, first generation business, first generation every damn thing. But I just remember my grandparents, they wouldn't even trip about me not going to college. They were just, you going in the Army, you cool.
Right.
And their outlook is, you do 20 years, retire, you set for life.
Right.
Then you realize you get into it. Hell, I was in the Army making, $800 a month as a private, ain't having living expenses. And your retirement check might be, at that time, I don't know what it is now, but you talking about you might get about $1,500, $1,800 a month. When the hell that make you set for life? But again, we start talking about outlook and everybody else's perception of what set is and everything. So that was very unique in terms of that. So that's what we want to kind of delve into with tonight's show. Because again, it's a very sensitive position where we were talking about, I don't have any money. I'm tired of folks always trying to push and prod me, ask for money and stuff. And we're gonna look at it. We're gonna talk about why people look at you like that. The expectation they cause, you cause, situation cause, and also round it out and give you solutions on how to try the best to handle that and everything. Before we get started, again, this our show is Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. The show has grown tremendously this past year, guys, and I'm coming up on my anniversary when I left, corporate America to do my own thing and stuff like that. So I'm super excited, and I know we started the show back in November, but I just want to tell all you guys I appreciate all the support and everything, because I just remember a buddy of mine just put a post the other day on Facebook. He had a good conversation with me, and everything. And it was, people chiming in, and my best friend posted like, yeah, he don't know how to shut the hell up. He'll talk for hours. And I always say that this was like a dream come true. Well, Lab brought it to my attention about having a show, and I know I do got a motor mouth.
Right.
And this was damn near heaven sent, where I can sit here and run my damn mouth
right.
for an hour, because you guys know I can run over this damn hour and everything. So it's just been really heaven sent, man. I can just tell you, man, the last 365 days of my life been super awesome and everything. And the support that we've had to grow this show and grow the channel, meet good people, and help even grow Misfits Media Group and all the different shows that's on there, man, it's been awesome. So make sure you go to the YouTube channel, Change Your Life, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Like, share, and subscribe to all the videos there. Please make sure you also go into the Facebook page, Changing Lives, hosted by Deonte Burden. Like the page, share everything. Feel free to please leave all the comments and stuff, because the comments really do help the traction and the activity we get, especially on Facebook and YouTube. So make sure you're interacting with the page also.
Let me throw some in there on the YouTube. Some
What's
that
up?
I've been watching a lot of videos, because I'm always trying to perfect our craft.
Mm-hmm.
Liking, sharing, subscribing to the video on YouTube is great, but also hit that little bell in the button. Go ahead and click that bell so you get notifications when new videos by Changing Lives is put up, and you don't have to worry about, well, when the new video come out. The notification will automatically let you know if you hit that little bell up in the corner. There you have it.
Man, that is an awesome point. Reason why, because I was just talking to one of my son's track coaches this Saturday. I said, Coach, you be checking? He said, man, I don't be knowing, I'll be forgetting. I said, you still subscribe? He said, yeah. He said, as far as I know. Took his phone. I said, nah, bro, let me hit that bell.
Yeah.
So that bell, you see that it's like a little vibration coming off of the bell. After you subscribe, you're going to get those automatic notifications when we upload the videos and do the show. Because also, we stream the show every week, but I'm always still putting an additional one of those 1 to 5 minute videos, giving you business tips, life tips, and stuff on the page. So that's a good point, Lab. I appreciate that. Okay, guys. I don't have any money. How to afford family and friends running you in the hole. Okay. We're starting this out. The question you want to ask yourself is, as an individual, just we're dealing with this, okay, what do you want to do? Okay, what do I mean by what do you want to do? Now, this is when you start talking about your activity with family and friends and everything, and seeing how everything's going. What do you want to do? All right, what do I mean by what do you want to do? Do you love helping people? I mean, do you have some Robin Hood in you? You just want to keep doing that? Hey, he's Saint Nick.
Right.
You know what I mean? You ever see like the some of the old gangster movies? They come just giving out toys and stuff like that. Is that how you set up? Hey, I got it. I'm just give it to you. I'm blessed. I'm blessing you. You're paying it forward. That's just your mentality and everything. No matter what your situation is. What do you want to do? You want to just constantly give? What's in your heart to do? And right now we're in this self-assessment stage in terms of as an individual. Before you start looking at how to fix it, let's be aware of how your mentality, your personality is. What do you want to do? Do you love giving? Next is, do you feel obligated? Like we talked about earlier, just like, okay, these people have been there for me and everything like that. I gotta do it. Just something that, that has to be done. I wouldn't be in this position right now, no matter if you have overpaid them back. Right. You've paid them back for enough to cover your assistance, your kids' assistance, and your great-grandkids and everything. Exactly. But it's just something in you just feel ingrained to do that. And keep in mind, plus, when we're talking about this, guys, there is no correct way. We're just trying to have you do an assessment of yourself in terms of everything. So, again, do you feel obligated? To do that, to be a helper. I just feel I've been blessed in my life. I should be helping other people. I'm a black man and stuff like that. I feel like I got to give back no matter what's what and everything. You know, are you one of those people? The next thing is, you just dread helping folks. I don't give a flying whatever. You know, shit, man. I got it. You should get it.
Right.
You know, I got mine. You get yours.
I work
all that
hard
good
for
stuff.
this. You can work just as hard.
Yeah, exactly.
You can do exactly what I did. We both got the same 24 hours in a day.
Exactly. Where you falling at that? Now, keep it in mind, what we're talking about is there are a lot of gray, shaded area in between. You might be a little bit of this, might be a little bit of that, because you may be the person that loves helping, but sometimes you feel obligated. You might be the person that dreads helping folks, but you still may feel some obligations, or every now and then, as a person that dreads helping, there may be certain people or certain issues or topics that you love to help. Mm-hmm. So it's still like that combination you can have of both. But those people that dread, like, look, man, jokers always, they see somebody might be asking for a couple of dollars downtown. Man, won't you get a job? Man, won't you do this? I mean, just set off a damn internal alarm where they're going bananas. Like, hey, man, shit, ask me for no damn money. I just worked all day, taking my money and everything. So I want you to kind of initially do that kind of self-assessment. What do you want to do? Right. What kind of individual are you, and everything. I think let's start there so we can kind of get an idea, okay, this is where I'm at and everything. And like I said, again, it's not uncommon to kind of be a mixture of more than one and everything. Next, we get into how do people perceive you? Okay, so when people see you, now again, there is no correct perception. There is no correct perception. But how do people perceive you? When people see you, what they see? They see like, hell, he broke it here. He can't do nothing, this, that, and that. I ain't even going to ask him. I ain't going to whatever. Mm-hmm. When people see you, what do they see? How do people perceive you?
What do you project?
Exactly. Now, again, there is no correct way. We're not talking about what you should or shouldn't do. We're just talking about from a glance. What do people see? Okay, like, damn, boy, he hurt, man. Like, it was one time I was just painting. I never forget this. I just got through painting the tax office and everything. Like, cool, man. We ready for this good promo and did everything. Got new furniture and feeling good. And I'm just like, I'm in painting clothes. I'm looking rough, and everything. I'm just tired of hell. And I was went to stop at a Subway to get a sandwich. Older black couple, they were dressed, suited and booted, looked dressed in front of me. They kept looking at me and everything. And I had one of my kids with me. Mm-hmm. So, we done woke and broke. We looking all homely and everything, got little paint speckles. They look back at us, kept looking back at us and everything. I'm short, so they probably really feeling real pitiful for my ass. And got to the register. The lady said, "They folks had paid for your food." Shit, okay. But I know it wasn't paid for. I think it was like a sympathy. Right. Like, that brother, they got a little child. They probably looking like, Tiny Tim and his daddy or something like that. So I know I'm projecting a real poor ass image.
Right. You had
to
put out the perception of that was oh, you finna start begging.
So one half of you be like, okay, cool. The other half be like,
I can afford my own.
Or you looking at your like, what the hell? And everything. But take it how it come. And everything. Right? Yeah. Next is like, do people look at you just being stable? Just like, okay, he just work every day, he look fine and everything. I might not gonna bother you, everything. Because keep in mind, if a person see you, they can look at you from different lenses at the same person. So you might like, okay, no, Lab doing fine and everything. He working. I ain't gonna really bother him and everything. That man work. He got his stuff going on. Mm-hmm. He ain't really doing this, that, and that. So I'm gonna kind of keep him a little distance if I'm gonna approach him about something. You know what I mean? Or lastly, do you look like people see you today like, man, he got it. His ass got it. Mm-hmm. Shit, he got them cars, he got all them houses, ain't hurting him for nothing, you know what I mean? So everybody and mama asks you for help, donations. Yeah, he ain't hurting him. He got it and everything. Now to keep in mind, we're not talking about if you caused it or didn't cause it. We just talking about how do people perceive you? They see you like he got it. Shit, I ain't even thinking about it. Right. And like I said again, the same person can be looking at people in different ways and stuff. Like, they can see one person say, man, I can't ask them for nothing, and he might have the most money. See another guy working, I ain't gonna bother him or anything like that. He do it. And the other guy got all kind of stuff. Man, ask that joker. You see them cars they got. You see they ain't hurt for nothing. Right. They been blessed. he ain't doing this, that, and that. He ain't doing. I'm taking all overcharging the people. That's why he got all that money. So that's again, we doing that whole self-assessment.
Right.
People asking you for stuff. We're trying to kind of enlighten you to have you kind of thinking about certain things in terms of how people view you, how you view yourself, the images you're rejecting, and to kind of come to some kind of conclusion. And again, we're gonna round it out with some solutions to how to fix everything also. So again, we just talked about how people perceive you. Do they see you as poor, stable, or rich? Mm-hmm. Okay. Once you kind of came to that, is the question I want to ask you guys is, how do you want to be perceived?
I was gonna throw that in there, but when I saw that next one, I let it ride because you're right.
And see, this is a tricky subject. So how do you want to be perceived? Because people say, I don't want to be showing I got this, that, and that. But in actuality, a lot of time we doing what? Send a lot of mixed messages. And you may think that you're not letting people know certain things, but again, people looking like, shit, okay? So do you want people to say, look at you like, I ain't got a damn thing? I want them, and that could be from a defense mechanism. You don't want nobody to ask you for something. Or you might be in a position where you kind of me at Subway. You just might want for to feel sorry for you and donate you. I know people that constantly want people to help them and everything like that. I got my own personal opinions about that. But again, they want to always project that image. And some of them legitimately don't have nothing. And they want people to know. Some people may be BSing folks, but they projecting their image like we always need help. You may just want to show people, hey, I'm stable, man. Hey, look, I'm just working. I'm just, living, and everything, and we're good. And, I don't need, certain things. Me and my family are happy. Just showing, okay, look, they just got stability to their life and everything. That's the image they want to project and all that. And then, and they're content with that. And then lastly, which is probably shit I see the most outrageous, and I can't sit here and say which is the most I see, but probably the one that's easy to remember is just people projecting the image they rich.
Yeah, everybody want to be perceived as rich. I always say, we talked about this before. We want to look rich, but we don't want to be wealthy. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And a lot of times people do project that image of being rich, even though they might not be trying, but most of them are trying to protect the image that they ain't got no worries, ain't got no stress, it's all good. So that's when people gonna say, well, I seen you.
Hey, social media lead the charge on this.
Yeah.
Again, there's nothing wrong with being proud of accomplishments and acquisitions you've done in life, but understand you may just want to share an accomplishment or something that you've done in life. But check out what God has blessed me with. Mm-hmm. Showing you new $300,000-$400,000 house, showing you new car, laying all these dollar bills across the bed, $1 bills, and the inscription.
$1 bills.
Hey, the inscription. Nah, we talking about now they lay 100 $1 bills, and the inscription balling. So are you trying to project that whole image, and everything, just to sit here and say that? Because again, a lot of times people push certain things, and then the unfortunate part about it, we got this, we doing that, and then when they hit crisis in life, we need this, we need to go fund me to get started, want to do this. Shit, I just seen you all that damn money. You just, what happened? Mm-hmm. What happened? Now you don't put yourself in a situation to get unwanted scrutiny.
Exactly.
But you really created it. And like I said, social media lead the charge on a lot of this as far as putting them images out. So that's what we asking ourselves. What image do you want to project on people? Mm-hmm. Do you want to be shown as not having anything for whatever reason? Shown as, hey, look, I'm just living my life, we stable? Or do you want to be shown as, Mr. Soup Dupe, I got it all, Miss, whatever. I got my Gucci, I got my Louis. Mm-hmm. This is what we do. Yeah, we living the life. Regardless if you checking in out of Walmart, and everything. I ain't knocking nobody working at Walmart, but we're just talking about putting certain images out that really aren't what it is. Or if you really live in lavish and you got that money and everything, what are you trying to push out to people? Again, what we're doing is, guys, we're just trying to you guys think, like we do always with the show, have you thinking about the certain things that can cause people to approach you with certain things, whereas you don't always like, why is everybody asking me? Why is this, that, and that? Mm-hmm. It could be things that you're doing, things you might not have done at all. Could be things that you're doing. on purpose, unconsciously. But we want you to start thinking about why is this happening. Next, I want you guys to kind of think, I'm going to ask this question. Do you really even give a damn? Do you even care? Do you care how people, look at you or whatever and everything? Is it important to you? The reason why I ask this question is, do you care? Is because a lot of times our actions lead to certain things for people to do. If people just see you kind of going about life in a certain way and stuff like that, they see that. They may see you be working hard, see some of the sacrifices, may or may not, and see some of the rewards that you have for working hard or making certain sacrifices in life. They may understand, like, hey, that man didn't work hard for it. Sometimes people just, keep it quiet, then they got it, this, that, and that, and they have it and everything. So people's vantage point may be right there in their face. When I say vantage point, I'm talking about where they can see it. And or it might be in their face, or it may be just boom, unknown. Man, what is he doing? Man, how Deonte got all that? How Lab, doing all that kind of stuff? And should you be stuck on somebody if you care if people think what you got or not? No. That's a case by case thing. I'm not trying to legislate that, but to be thinking about, because your attitudes towards about what people feel about you causes a lot of actions. It causes people to see things in a certain way. And again, is that always the case with everything? Maybe not.
Right.
But a lot of times, we're the cause of a lot of stuff. Then ask yourself, do your family and friends even care? Do they care if you're doing good? Do they care if you're doing not? They just like, hey, you can have your buddy that may be making, $20,000 a year, $30,000 a year. You making $100+. Y'all the best of friends. He don't give a damn what you do. Hell, he don't even care. You talking about it, he listen to you. You don't want to talk about work. He don't want to talk about work. Y'all just like drinking and fishing, hanging out, each other company. Two females sit down. Hey, girl, this day. One girl working, maybe doing a maid service or something like that. Her other friend, an attorney. They just home girls. They love each other, doing this, that, and that. You may have some friends be like, they your friends, but constantly scrutinize every damn thing you do. Right. Find something negative or whatever. Are they hating? Or they just being themselves? I don't know. That's for you to decide.
You know them. You their friend.
Exactly. But that's kind of like for you to make that own little assessment on. The thing of it is, I just want people to start thinking about that. Regardless, before you get into people always ask me doing this, that, and that, you have to understand that a lot of times we're in control of what we can do. I want to direct everybody. I had this video going out a lot, but I did it a few months ago. Is lend out what you can afford to lose. That's kind of like a rule I always live by. If you give somebody some help and everything, like, look, I'm going to get this to you. Look, I know I may get it back, I may not get it back. That way, hard feelings and stuff like that. And if, because I always say, I think when you let people borrow stuff, they have intention of getting it back. Now, the priority of them in terms of something that pop up with them and them paying you back, that vary from person to person. But you always want to give out what you can afford to lose, and everything may not happen. Genuinely, when people, your family members that are constantly asking you, they're doing that because probably of a situation that you created.
Right.
Be it from perception, be it from admission to giving certain things out, just not being tough, saying whatever. A lot of times you created that atmosphere. And until you take control of it, you're always going to have problems. So, again, those questions we just asked about in terms of how you're perceived, how you want to, how people perceive you, how you want to be perceived. Do you care about the perception? Do other people care about the perception? That's kind of like for you to start thinking about, is this something that I'm creating? Is this something that Dave created? Is this something that my job or lifestyle has created? Just to kind of give you an awareness. Now what we're finna do is get ready to go over some of the solutions.
Let me ask you one question before we go to solutions.
Sure.
Do you think that helping once creates a cycle of them asking all the time? Because you helped that one time, or you may have helped this person and that person one time. Two people maybe one time. Now you're in the cycle of always helping because you did it that one time. Sometimes you can help thinking to yourself, okay, I'm gonna help out this one time, and it creates not by nothing. You're not doing anything. You're not showing no money. Somebody asks you, like, okay, yeah, I can help you out, and you just help them out the kindness of your heart, and then it creates a cycle of, well, you helped me once. I want to see if he gonna help me, if he can help me again. Then you may do it again, and then that's that whole vicious cycle of they always coming to you because you've helped in the past.
That's a good question. I don't think it creates that cycle. I think it can.
Okay.
It can, but to say it does, no, it can. You're the determining factor with that, because once you done did it, now a person knows that what it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
You know, first time we drove a car, I don't know who invented the car, but whoever drove out the first time, we know what is possible.
Mm-hmm.
When the Wright brothers went on the flight, now they know what flight is possible. Get on the boat, go on water, we know it's possible. We don't know if we can do it again.
Right.
Now, fate, your answer, your reaction, or whatever, that's the determining factor. So again, you made it possible for them to do it. You're also going to make it what is possible if they can do it again.
Right.
So,
word of mouth creates that problem too, though. You may have helped your mom or something. I'm just gonna say my mom. I may have helped my mom, and then my sister come along and said, "Man, I need $200 to such and such for my lights gonna get cut off." And then my mom says, "Well, ask Lab, because he lent me a couple. He got a little money. He owed me a couple. Your brother might be able to help you out."
Yes, sir.
You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You never helped your sister.
Yeah.
You've helped your mom.
Yeah.
But your mom has passed the word along that you are helping.
Yeah, but you're supposed to know what is possible.
Right, exactly.
But you determine if it's gonna happen.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. When once something is done, we all know it's possible.
Right.
Again, so it's not you. There's
Technically,
nothing.
she don't know it's possible because I haven't done it to her. She's going by word of mouth of what someone else said.
Well, she knows it's possible that you can lend.
Okay.
How much you can lend, she know, because you just say, no, I don't get nobody nothing.
Right.
That's the standard. Nobody gets a damn thing from me,
Right.
regardless of the urgency or whatever. Nobody can get their money.
Right.
But once somebody get money, it's possible. So if it's gonna happen again with someone else or that same person, you're the determining factor on that. That's a good question with everything. Again, this is Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burton. Please go to the YouTube channel, you like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go to the Facebook page. Make sure you like the Facebook page, Changing Lives. Remember, beginning of September, we will start streaming live, on Facebook from the Changing Lives Facebook page. Now, guys, your families ask for things all the time, or friends or people in general, and you may have created this environment. They may have created themselves. Just you living, like you just said. They know you got a good job. You ain't did a damn thing.
Right.
He hit the lottery. Yeah. I heard he hit the number last week. Whatever. Circumstance created. Now, we're going to give solutions on how to flatten this thing out. The number one thing I want you guys to do is know your responsibilities. Know your responsibilities. Are you obligated to take care of this? We're going to take all the emotions and feelings out of it. Okay? It is a bill. It is child support. Is this something that, regardless, whatever, I am responsible for this. This is something that we have to do. We're thinking about this, where does this sit in terms of the sense of urgency? Is this a need or is this a want?
Okay.
Me and my son, we were sitting in the store this morning, like, Dad, I got to get this stuff. We got a show tonight, and I want to do this and everything. Oh, I'm sorry. Big shout to Will B. Got his talent show tonight. Dad had to miss his talent show.
Will B.
Yeah, he's singing Drake.
Oh.
That's my baby. But is this a need or want? It's a little bit of both. That's my son. But again, we're doing this and looking at knowing the responsibility. Is it a need or want? People when you're sitting there deciding if people coming to you that want to do certain things, this something you can't live without? Is this something that's going to be in dire need or everything? Are you obligated for this, and everything? And the grand scheme of things is the priority. Like, sometimes people can ask you for some money because they want to make sure they can get an Uber to work and everything like that. Do you need an Uber to work, or can I give you money you can get your rail card? Like, Uber is very convenient for you. The bus is a little inconvenient. Can you live with the inconvenience? What is that?
Right.
You know,
Is it a want or, like you said, a want or a need? But also, is it something that they could have handled themselves before they even came to you? Like if it's a bill and they work, but they still, you know what I'm saying, they still going out and eating, why ain't they take care of that bill? Why they come to you with McDonald's and Burger King in their hand? You get what I'm saying?
again,
Is this a problem because it's a problem, or is it a problem because you created because you put your other priorities over paying this bill?
in a totem pole of priorities, it is at the head or it's at the foot.
feet?
Hey, which one? And everything. Again, we're going to the 5 key things that are solutions in terms to make sure you're not letting family and friends or other people kind of put you in a hole. And the first thing we just talked about is knowing what, know your responsibilities. If it's not just a straight obligation, if it's not a dire situation or anything like that, it's kind of just put that in perspective. It don't mean you ain't going to do it, but it's kind of help you in your decision-making process to not put yourself in a position where you're getting overwhelmed by stuff that you can't control because people coming at you all kind of different ways. Number 2, honestly, know what you can and cannot do. Know what you can and cannot do. I was thinking to myself, I was going to say it in Spanish or not. Know what you can and cannot do. Know, is it feasible?
Right.
Like, okay, I'm going to give you the, you come to me and stuff like that. Like, man, I can't give you this stuff. And you saying you'll pay me back next week. I need the money back tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
The thing you asking for, can I give it to you and deliver? And it be realistic for me to put myself in that situation. Because, consciously, you have people that will lend out that damn mortgage knowing that damn person cannot pay them back.
Yeah.
It's just like you got people who ask you for damn money knowing they can't pay you back.
A person said, if you want to borrow $20 to tomorrow, you might as well just wait till tomorrow.
That's just like that damn Uber and the MARTA bus. Man, look at that damn bus, man.
They go on the same street.
Yeah. Yes, don't want to get up an hour early. That's all that shit is.
You want door-to-door service.
There you go. There you go. Can they, like I say, can they handle you meeting your personal obligations? Again, you lending out your car note, you lending out your mortgage, you lending out your kids' daycare. You got to make sure you got to take care of your kids' tuition. You giving out this money and stuff, and you like, oh man, and now you sweating, not because you wasn't a responsible person in terms of getting the money together, but you being irresponsible, just having the logic of knowing, hey man, this damn person, they can't do this. Mm-hmm. And that's not ignoring people that hitting on hard times. It's just being realistic about, look, I got my stuff together.
Right.
I gotta make these obligations. Is this feasible? Knowing if you can or cannot do it.
That's true.
Again, we get these solutions to help you come to a decision. Like, look, I can't be putting myself in this position. So that number 2, you can or can you not do it? Okay. The third thing is, this is the thing that kind of tough for a lot of people. Don't be afraid to let people down. Don't be afraid to let people down. And here's the deal. This is probably the key with just even tonight's show. A lot of times, the reason why you in a situation where people is always nagging and coming to you and getting over on you and doing certain things is because they know what? Emotionally, you can't say damn no. People just know that. And you really get in them kind of situations because they know you the person. They know the damn person. They know the hell no person. Right. They know that the hell F no person.
Right.
But they know the one they can, man, Lord, I know you're a God-fearing man. And, I know you're a woman of God in Christ. And, you're really a stand-up person, this, that, and that. And you just you still thinking the same way the hell F no person, but they pulling at your heartstrings and stuff. And you just don't know how to. Man, I can't say that because they sounded. They did it. They done did a real sales pitch on you. Mm-hmm. Now, again, we're not talking about not helping people. We're talking about not putting yourself constantly putting yourself in a position where people are constantly doing things to you, borrowing and taking things from you, and you're hurting yourself.
Right.
Not saying I help people, and I don't want the subject of the show to kind of sway into that, not sway into that. Well, I've been blessed. You should bless people. If you come back to you, God gonna make a way. Listen, we talking about from a common sense standpoint, not putting yourself in a position where, not that you don't mind helping people, but it stops you from being able to take care of yourself and your family.
Right.
So again, just being afraid of not letting people down. You gotta understand, when people know you kind of person that feel that way, they will manipulate the hell out of you. They will manipulate the hell out of you. Just knowing, okay, I just gotta touch his shoulder, rub his head, show him a picture of my kids or whatever, And you see a picture like, damn, little nappy head jokers. God damn, I can't let them. Yeah. I know they tired eating. Ramen noodles and all that kind of stuff. So you feeling bad, so you got to do it, and just not being afraid to let folks down.
Yeah.
And the fourth thing, I said 5. We got 4 solutions. The fourth thing is being able to just say no. Mm-hmm. It's probably a very scary thing, especially if you got people that's you've always helped or been pivotal with you, or they intimidate the hell out you.
Right.
It's very frightening to do that. Not just scared of the person, just scared of the reaction. You're scared of the aftermath. Mm-hmm. Like, if I don't do it, they gonna whatever. Like, if you don't do it, they may find another way to get it.
Right.
But if I don't do it, they may, and it's scary. But I will tell you this, guys, it may be very frightening to tell somebody no, but it's very damn liberating also. Because at that point, you can do it. Mm-hmm. And you've also took the weight of it off of you and put it back on them.
And they know you'll say it.
Absolutely. Because again, guys, I really don't want the subject of the show be like, okay, we're not helping people. People asking they don't genuinely need nothing. There are a lot of people out here that are doing things for people, and you generally want to help folks, but they putting themselves in bad situations. Mm-hmm. And again, like we talked about earlier, it can be a situation that you created, it can be a situation that they've created for you. It can be a situation that you didn't try to have happen, but because of certain circumstances in life, you get a promotion, you win the lottery, things just going well for you and everything like that, or you may be doing okay than most of your close family and friends, where the idea that you could do more has come up. Nothing because of anything that you've done. And we want to make sure that people are looking at it in terms of these are the things, so you don't get overwhelmed, so you don't feel putting yourself in a certain bad situation. These are some of the key solutions that can help you avoid that. Again, we brought up knowing your responsibilities, what you're obligated to, what do you really keyly have to take care of. Mm-hmm. Number 2, realistically, can you or cannot do it? Right. It is something that you can and can't do. Now, I can't be without this money. I got to make sure I pay this bill. I can't lend this to you the 5th because I got a bill that's due on the 2nd or 3rd. Third, don't be afraid to let people down. Mm-hmm. Don't let people pull on your heartstrings and do stuff like that. Well, logically, you got certain obligations you got to make that can't be jumped over because you don't put yourself in the same situation where you may be asking. Right. I had a cat ask me for some money at one of my jobs. He asked to borrow some money from me to help another guy. Yeah, exactly. Are you mother crazy? With a straight face, yeah.
Right.
Crazy hell. And the 4th thing is learn to just say no. Again, it's scary because you're worried about their reaction, what they may go through if you don't help them and everything, because you got it. Mm-hmm. But you got to take care of stuff. Mm-hmm. Or you got it, but you ain't got it to the point where you can't be without it. You may need it later on. And you're worried about these folks going to be homeless or whatever, this, that, and that. But you can't live like that because, again, you sitting there like, I can't put other folks' priorities ahead of mine. I got a family too.
That's number 5.
Yeah.
You first. You and your family first. Always put y'all first, and then see what you can do.
Absolutely.
If anything.
Absolutely. So those are the gist of what we want to talk about tonight in terms of I ain't got no money. How to avoid letting family and friends run you in the hole and everything. So just, again, do that self-assessment. How you perceive yourself. How do people perceive you? Do you care? What are some of the factors that are creating this environment? And then going back to those key solutions on how to, maybe if you think about use those certain practices, It'll help you from constantly keep putting yourself in a position where people are manipulating you, getting over on you. Again, we're not saying don't help people, but I am saying that I know there's a lot of people out here stressed to the max, taking care of their own kids, taking care of family members, got friends that are doing things, getting over on them constantly because they know that you're not going to say no. So I think those 4 key key solutions, in addition, just knowing what's the priority. You, your family, all that stuff, your stuff comes first. Okay? Again, this is Change the Life, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burton. Want to spin this into my tip for this week. It's a real good tip, guys.
Okay.
Kind of what we talked about. We passed the mid-year mark. We're in July, where I told you guys to kind of go over your budget, how to reset your goals and everything. 2 key things I want you guys to do with your credit card. Okay? Make this like a common practice at the beginning of the year and the middle of the year. Call your credit card companies and ask for 2 things. You want to ask for a reduction in rate and an increase in your available balance. A reduction in rate and an increase in your available balance. Listen, most credit card companies, they have promos going all through the year, certain things they can and can't do that they never let the population, the customers know about. But just make this a common practice twice a year to always do this. It can be at the beginning of the middle of the end, but just make sure you do it. First thing when you call them is to get a reduction in rate. Call, you may be at 25%, 15%. Call, say, listen, I want you to see, I've been paying customer, kind of get a reduction in rate. Are they always obligated to do this? Absolutely not, but you just being proactive. Worst thing they can do is say, what? No. They ain't got to ring credit or nothing like that. They tell you, yes or no, we can do it and everything. But you want to be overly aggressive with calling all your credit card companies and ask for that. What does that do for you when you get a reduction in rate? When you go from a 20% to a 15 or a 15 to a 10 or a 10 to a 5, you're paying less money out because your cost to borrow has went down. So your monthly payment can go at a 20% paying $200 a month to a 15 where you're paying $150 a month just because the interest rate went down. Okay, so you're paying a whole lot less. The cost to have this card, your cost of debt has went down tremendously. The second thing, ask for an increase in your available balance. So you're saying, Deonte, why are you telling me to call my credit card company? I'm trying to pay this bill off. Why the hell would I call my credit card company and ask for more credit? Simple. When you ask for more increase in your available balance, I'm not telling you to go buy more stuff. What happens is your credit utilization or your available your available credit to the credit used has changed. Now you went from an available balance where, because common practice, we always want to make sure where a credit utilization or available credit is no more than 30%. Okay? So now you're turning around, you ask for more credit to be available to you, that decreases your credit utilization. All right? So it's one thing to be at, if you got a $100 credit card, and if you got more than $30 over there, it's over 30%. But if you got a $1,500 credit card, now it has to be over $40 or something just for it to be that point. I said, just if it's not a $1,500, $150 credit limit. Now look how that's changed. So now we're no longer at 30%, $30 rather.
Right.
So what that happens is, look, my credit utilization has went down. My available credit has increased, and what has that done? Most importantly, that increased your credit score. Because, again, your available credit has increased. If you're more than 30% of using that particular credit card, the more credit you have, that changes that. So now your points are going up because, you're not at 30% anymore. Now it's crept down to maybe 27, 28, or maybe 20% because you got more credit available to you. And listen, those are 2 key things, that you can do for free. It ain't taking nothing but a damn phone call. Call to get a reduction in rate. Call to get an increase in available balance. Listen, guys, I'm giving tips and knowledge just like this all the damn time on my show and all the time on my YouTube channel. Tons of videos just like this. We're talking about debt, credit, increasing income, how to leave your 9 to 5, and everything. All these little tidbits and videos are on the YouTube channel. So make sure you go to the YouTube channel, like, share, subscribe. Videos like this coming out all the time. We're going to be doing the workshops in a couple months. Some of the courses and stuff be going out where we're getting the same information out. Like again, there were 2 key things that you can do for free. Take you 1 day out. Let me call out my credit card company, how many cards you got. They may say yay, they may say no. You don't know, but hell, what did it cost you to do it? Exactly. Okay? So call again, get a reduction in rate and also an increase in your available balance. If you got any questions, make sure you just hit me up. You know, we always put the links to my company, Majestic Business Services, and also some of the consulting links. Just hit me up. I'll be able to go through it more in depth with you on a one-on-one basis. So, you know, the numbers and all my contact information is on the videos on YouTube. So make sure you go there and everything again, because I know you had difference in everybody's situation. So just make sure you go by on the YouTube channel. All the contact detail and information is on there. You can even, the link there, even book you an appointment or to come see me, and we can go over everything in depth. So make sure you got to look at that. Decreasing your interest rate and also increasing your available balance. In conclusion, what I want to just, you know, bring about, we talked about today's show is, don't let your heart get you in situations that you can't get out of. That's really I want to gist of today's show. Right. I had to reiterate several times because, you know, some of the comments where I was getting with the promotional videos, people were saying, you know, you gotta bless, you gotta help family and friends. I'm not saying that. Anybody know me, I love my family, I love my friends. And one thing about me, I'm out here all the damn time doing stuff for free, helping, giving my time, giving back, community service. I ain't thinking nothing of it. But I know when people try and get over. Yeah. Now, there are moments when I'm probably a little skeptical, when I probably don't need to be skeptical. Because I done got burned just like everybody else. And you got to be real with yourself about certain things. You know, all that, like, look, I ain't tripping, you know, I'm going to be blessed, you know, and, you know, this. No. I work too damn hard for my shit. Right. And I ain't trying to just give it away for like that. If I want to give it to you, I'm going to give it to you. But me subsidizing somebody, me caring, I can't do that.
Yeah, that manipulation is a terrible thing, man. Because they know you got heart. They know you care about folks. And when you do that kind of stuff, it's like a freight train. They try to run over you. It's like it seems like to me a lot of times it's never enough. Yeah. If you say yes 2 times and you say no that one time, they ain't going to remember the yes the 2 times. You say all they're going to be hopping on is that one time you said no. Yeah. And you might have said no because of the fact that you struggling. Your wife might have lost a job. Anything could be going on, but you're not going to tell them that.
Absolutely. You know, the good point we just said is never enough, but it's never what? A damn end. Exactly. Ain't no damn end to it. Ain't no end to it. And you stressing on shit you didn't even damn create. Exactly. And most time, well, that you created, you know, with a conscious mind, you created by, you know, facilitating it. Mm-hmm. And that's why I wanted just tonight's show, just to kind of talk about some of the scenarios that can cause you to be in those kind of situations, and also some key solutions to help you get out of it.
I think the people making the comments on your page need to realize that nobody starts out being evil and saying no and not caring about their friends and family. Mm-hmm. What happens is people tend to end up that way because all the caring that they're doing for their friends and family is doing nothing but, like you said, driving them into a hole. Yeah. So you got to be able to see the hole being dug and be able to start filling it back in by saying no, or else you're going to be in the hole. And then when it's your time to say, can you love me? They ain't gonna, well, you know how it is, you know, it's always a story.
And it may be that they don't want to, or they just damn can't. And you gotta be realistic, man. Right. Look, I'm letting out somebody, like I say, sometimes people getting out money knowing they ain't gonna get the damn shit back, and knowing they need that money back. Mm-hmm. Why the hell would you put yourself in that situation? Right. Why would you do it?
If I help somebody, I always look at the person and say, well, I'm not expecting the money back, but I'm looking at the person saying, if I really need it, would they help me? Because in all honesty, I may not be up all the time. I may be down, and you may be up. But if I look at you and say to myself, will this person help me in my time of need, or will he help anybody else in their time of need? Is he a giver, or is he just a taker? Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Absolutely. I have to be able to judge you on that. And if I feel like you just a taker, I'm not going to help you. Absolutely. Because there's not going to be a time or place where anyone or anyone else can come to you and say you're going to help them, and you're going to always say no. You're going to be good.
You know what's funny about that, though, Lyle, is just that a lot of times people, because it's a gray area where some people just say, regardless, I'm just going to give. Uh-huh. If this person can help me or not, will they be there for me if I need them? it's a gray area. Some folks that, I ain't worried about that. I'm just going to give it to them because I've been blessed. That's to each his own.
Mm-hmm.
But you still, going back to that point of it is, if they would help you, wouldn't help you. If you blessed and you just want to help people, regardless, don't put yourself in a damn hole that you can't get out of trying to be, Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I think the key is. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Again, it's Changing Lives hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burton. Tonight we talked about I don't have it, how to avoid family friends putting you in a hole. Make sure you go by the YouTube channel, like, share, subscribe to the channel, all the videos on there.
Hit the bell.
Hit the bell for that notification. Also, again, the beginning of September, we're going to be starting the live stream for the Changing Lives Facebook page. So if you haven't, please go to the Changing Lives Facebook page, like it, so you'll start be able to check the videos out there as well. I love you guys. Appreciate all the support. And also, one last thing. Give a shout out to my son T. He's up in Phoenix. He just got there this morning. He's up there for a health and wellness conference. Again, you guys make sure you come out to CL Harper High this weekend for the annual Harper Day. And keep your finger crossed and give us all the well wishes for me and Chris when we head up to the Junior Olympics next week. I love you guys. I'll see you next week. Take care.